flirting with this woman once. I asked her what her name was. She said her name was Misty. And yeah, I asked her if that was her real name. She gets all defensive. She's like, it's my God-given name. I'm like, yeah, because Misty has such a biblical ring to it. Yeah, we all remember Misty from the Book of Bubba, you know, when
Tonight on Laughs, we're gonna say it over and over again. There's more funny where that came from because we stacked this week's lineup with the best of the best. This is Laughs. Welcome to Laughs. I'm your host, Taylor Tomlinson, and we found so much great material this week that I suggested we do a 4-hour marathon. You know, Laughs, Lord of the Rings edition, which got shot down pretty quickly, to be honest with you. So I narrowed it down to our best half hour. Here it is. It's time for Laughs. Here's Zoltan Casas.
I love my lady. We've been together for a while. She gets a new hobby every 6 months. Her newest hobby is special needs animals. I don't know if you know, it's like a regular animal, but they're kind of messed up. Like they're missing a piece. They have like pages on Facebook, and my lady likes to go on there and just cry. She just likes to look at them and cry. It's her fun activity to do. Sometimes I come home and she's on the computer just like, oh God. And being a guy, I always think it's something I did. I'm like, did I not clear the browser history? What happened here? I'm really not that into that. But she's like, no, look. And she turned the computer and it was, I don't know if you know him, it's Oscar the blind cat. It was a cat born without any eyes. And every day they post a photo to make my lady cry, and she loves it. She loves it. Every day, just a different photo. Just like, here's Oscar eating. I'm like, here's Oscar sleeping. It's the same photo. He doesn't have any eyes. There's no reason to take multiples. For all I know, they're using the same photo and just changing the backdrop. Put some palm trees back there. Here's Oscar in Hawaii.
I like going to clubs, but I'm about at that age where I don't like it anymore. I'm like right on the cusp. Because you hear stuff and it doesn't make sense when you get older. You realize, right? I went up to a girl, we're at a club, everyone's having fun. I go, hey, I'm staying in the hotel room next door. If you have fun, we can go there later. She's like, excuse me, I am not a whore. I was like, I was not offering to pay you. We're not communicating well here. I was gonna be on the house. All right. I heard a girl at the club complaining to her friend. The music got low for a second. I heard one girl, she's like, oh my God, all guys think about is sex. It's so annoying. Her friend's like, I know, is that all they think about? Is that all they talk about? I wanted to stick up for men. I want to be like, excuse me, ladies, no, that is not all men think about. That is not all men talk about. But we're at a club. It's midnight. That's the topic of the hour. Okay. You don't want to know what else is on our mind. That would be inappropriate to bring up other topics. You're looking all great and we're just like, what should I do with my 401k? Can you help me out? It's open enrollment. Should I get an HMO or go Obamacare? I don't know what I should do. I got so much on my mind. Investments, what do I do? I thought of you. Can you recommend anything? Wouldn't it be weird if that was the one girl that turned her on? Like, oh my gosh, thank you for asking. Honestly, you should get a rental property. And this is the time. This is the time. Like right now, rates are low. These are the rates. These are the rates. They're bound to come up again. The rates are coming up, so. You'd be like, wow, is she twerking and rebalancing my portfolio? I should go out every Friday. Forget Merrill Lynch. This is the place to be.
I'm a weirdo, man. I like walking around my house naked. Anybody else? Oh, you guys got quiet there? No expert. No. I recommend walking around your house naked. It's liberating. It makes you feel like a zoo animal prowling around. It's awesome. It only gets awkward when you're doing something normal like vacuuming and someone walks in on you. You're like, oh, crap. Clothes got sucked under. I don't know what to say. Naked. But it was really effective when I was younger because my sisters would bring home their idiot boyfriends, right? I had to protect my sisters. They were older. I didn't know what to do. So I just rolled out in the skin suit. What's up, fellas? What's happening? How you doing? Demanding eye contact and a rigorous handshake. pulling him in real close. What's up, buddy? Why you shaking? Lick him on the face. Never see that guy again. Can't handle a nude brother. Can't be in my family, right? What happens come Thanksgiving? I'm drunk, only wearing a turkey leg. Come back here, let's wrestle.
Our comics are trolling Twitter right now to see if you're talking about them. So use the hashtag LaughsTV and they will find you. You guys ready for a commercial break? Me neither. Let's get back to the comedy.
I get asked this question a lot, like, oh my God, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Seattle. They're like, no. Where are you from originally? You know what I mean? Like, you look different. Like, what are you? Oh my God. What are you? I was like, I was born in Iran. Oh my God, you poor thing. Oh, how did you escape? They always want to hear like some crazy story. And I'm like, it was very hard. There was just so much hookah everywhere. Techno music was playing. And then this door opens and this handsome man walks in with a sexy beard. And he's like, hey, what's up? I'm Ben Affleck. I'm gonna get you out of here. That's how I escaped, you guys. I live in LA. I'm doing the whole acting thing. It sucks because I'm Middle Eastern and they keep sending me out on these like stereotypical Middle Eastern roles. Okay? So when you look like this, apparently in Hollywood, you're only getting sent out on one thing. Wife of the terrorist. And I don't even get sent out for wife of the terrorist. I get sent out for wife number 2. And I don't even book that. I'm like, dude, how hard is it to mess up one line? Which is Hassan, no. I'm in the audition room. I'm like, Hassan, no. They're like, really good. But this time, like, when you say no, really mean yes. Hassan, no?
I saw a fat guy today because I live in America and I was outside with my eyes open. I'm glad you guys are a good crowd. Sometimes crowds aren't into you. That hurts your feelings. You want to make people laugh. Sometimes somebody will just be quietly staring at you with like their arms folded, just looking all confused and disgusted at the same time. It's a weird look. You see somebody look at you like that, you feel like they're looking at you like you're like a pallbearer with an erection. Just... Hey, honey, looks like somebody's in the will. I get that look in my day-to-day life. I'm kind of creepy looking. I'm not a bad-looking guy. I just have dark circles around my eyes. I'm extremely pale, so I look like a good-looking guy. Just a good-looking guy who died 2 hours ago, and that's... I like when people laugh, even though it hurts, because you're... Like, yeah, you do. Yeah, good bone structure. You need more sun.
All right, time for a laughs break. When we come back, these great comics are coming up. Laughs will be right back. Laughs is back on, and I'm your host, Taylor Tomlinson. Oh, how awesome is this? Here's Brandon Vestal.
Getting pretty tired of tequila companies trying to convince everybody that tequila is smooth now. Every commercial I see for tequila is telling me how smooth it is. Goes down smooth. It's so smooth. I heard that enough. I was like, sweet. They must have fixed it. So I tried some next time I was out. They haven't done anything to it. It's the same nasty water it's always been. I don't think they should legally be allowed to tell people that tequila is smooth. Tequila, in my opinion, is the least smooth drink that you can drink. That's why there's so many distractions when you drink tequila. You don't just take a drink of tequila like you do anything else on earth. You gotta do all this other stuff. You gotta lick this and suck that. What are you trying to hide, tequila? All the commercials are the same for the tequila. They got the cool actors at the beginning, and they drink tequila, and then smooth things happen to them throughout the rest of the commercial. They imply that smooth things happen after you drink tequila. Huh. Nothing smooth has ever happened after anyone has drank tequila. You ever been out drinking tequila one night and you wake up the next morning and you can't remember what happened? So you ask your friends what happened and they describe your behavior from the night before as smooth? It's never happened in the history of liquid. No one's ever said that. No one's ever like, dude, what happened after 10? I don't remember anything after 10. Like, oh man, I didn't even know what, I've never seen you like that before. You were just so damn smooth. You were so articulate. You were so respectful to all the young ladies. Then you peed in all the legal places. When by your 8th tequila shot, it was like George Clooney and Justin Timberlake had a baby. You're the tequila baby.
My wife is pregnant with our third. Do not applaud. No. No. It was a mistake. Don't you owe it me. One day that child is going to come to me and she's going to look me in the eyes and go, "What's the meaning of life, Daddy? Why are we here?" And I'll have to say, well, the reason why you're here is because the condoms were all the way across the room and Daddy was very drunk and looked Mom in the eyes and said, "Well, what's the worst that could happen?" You are the worst that could happen, sweetie. That's why you're here. I feel like there's the people who aren't parents are going, "Oh no." And the people who are parents are like, "God, yes, I hate every second of my life."
Guys, I just graduated college. Yeah, thank you. But I've never felt less intelligent than I do now in my entire life. I feel so dumb. And I think it's because I spent the past 4 years in kind of just like a fireball whiskey-induced coma. I else dabble with this stuff. And people are always like, "What are your career goals, Bex?" And I'm like, honestly, I just want to be an actress so I can relearn how to kiss sober. That's it for now. Oh man, it's rough. I've always been pretty rough around the edges and pretty butch, and I always thought it was just because I grew up doing extreme sports. Till recently, I was at the doctor, and they ran a bunch of blood tests, and my doc came in and he was like, "Wow, gee, did you know you have abnormally high levels of testosterone for a woman?" And I was like, "Well, all my life I've had the voice of a rugrat going through puberty, so I had an idea. But what does it mean, you know?" And he was like, "Well, you don't have to do anything about it, but women who have higher levels of testosterone will tend to drink more." Nailed it. And they'll tend to have higher sex drive. And that's when I was like, okay. I'm like the coolest dude ever? Is that what you're telling me? Let me get this straight, Doc. You're trying to tell me that this recent drunken streak of one-night stands I had, it's just a condition? Yes!
Yeah, there is a lot more where that came from. A lot more. Laughs will be right back. Welcome back to Laughs. This is the show where stand-up comics are doing their best material just for you. This is not one of those shows where you go into old storage lockers and find kind of valuable stuff that's all dusty and just needs a home. All right? Everybody clear on that now? You know what you're watching? Great. Sorry for any confusion.
I had to clean my apartment a couple of days ago. When I got started on cleaning my apartment, I realized that I needed some help. I needed a couple of household items that were essential to me completing the task of actually cleaning the apartment, okay? I had run out of Febreze, Drano, and baby wipes. I made my way to a Walmart. I'm looking for all three of these items. I couldn't find a single one. So I walked up to the first woman that I saw working there, and I was like, "Excuse me, ma'am. Hey, do you know where I can find Febreze?" I swear to God, this woman looked me right back in the eyes and she was like, Febreze doesn't work here anymore. Lady, what are you talking about? She was like, yeah, she got fired like 2 weeks ago. It was crazy. I don't know how to handle a social situation like that, so I yelled back at her. I was like, hey, what about Drano? Does Drano still work here? She looked at me like I was crazy.
If you can't keep up, we're here to help. The entire episode is gonna be on YouTube on Monday. Subscribe and share the magic. Here's Bill Squire.
So I was raised Mormon, and whenever people found out I was Mormon as a kid, they'd always tease me like, oh, Bill, you're Mormon? How many wives do you have? And that hurt my feelings. I'd start to cry and run to my mom's. I really was Mormon. I served a Mormon mission for 2 years in the Philippines, and I learned a language that's completely useless. Anybody know the national language of the Philippines? Of course you don't. It's actually called Tagalog, or Tagalog. When I read it on the paper, I'm like, ooh, that's a Girl Scout cookie. This place is gonna be delicious. And it was, but for different reasons, which I'll get to in a second. I did the whole Mormon mission thing to make my parents happy, and I was miserable, because I was never that into the religion. I just wanted to make them proud of me, and the rules are strict. Like, Mormons are strict anyway, but when you're a missionary, they're extra strict. You can't watch TV, you can't listen to music, you can't go see movies, and I started to break those rules by drinking alcohol and going to strip clubs, right? And strip clubs in the Philippines are amazing because they're not strip clubs, they're whorehouses. But they still look like a strip club. So the first time I go to one, it's me and 2 other missionaries that I corrupted, and we go in. And we're the only Americans there, so they put us right up front. And all the girls are trying their best to get our attention, get us to spend money. One girl comes out, takes off all her clothes, takes a piece of ice out of the bucket, rubbed it on her lady stuff, and then dropped it into my beer. So I actually spilled that on purpose, because you're not even supposed to drink the water over there. So, long story short, I hooked up with a whole bunch of Filipinas, got caught, was excommunicated from the Mormon church, and may or may not have between like 1 and 15 illegitimate children. Probably made some of our clothes tonight. Oh, you know what? Screw you guys. They're my kids. They're gonna work. They're not gonna be lazy and spoiled like American kids. I want an iPad. Make it.
I don't want to harsh your mellow or anything, but we got a bolt, all right? BRB. I have no idea what the hell I just said. Laughs will be right back. Time to show that celebrity sex tape we found. Got your attention now, don't I, Frank? You're gross, Frank. You're a gross dude. We got something even better than a celebrity sex tape. We got Tom Simmons. So then there's this.
Prophet Sham Hungwi of the House of Grace International Church in Zimbabwe is selling holy pens that supposedly help students pass their exams without studying, which means it's true. The pen is mightier than Zimbabwe's false advertising laws. He sells magical pens, and his parents named him Sham? I think they were the real prophets. Believers are paying between $1 and $20 for these supposedly anointed pens that retail for 15 cents. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say anyone that buys one of these pens and thinks they're magical isn't gonna do well, especially on the science section. You know, at 1,000% markup, the only one that's good at the math is the guy counting the money. All right, if these pens actually worked, wouldn't that just be cheating? And doesn't the Bible have something to say about that? No, Brother Tom, you have it all wrong. Prophet Sham is merely teaching the children to love thy neighbor's answers as their own. Prophet Sham loves the children. He knows nothing brings you closer to God than repeating the 6th grade.
Whew, Whew, all right, I'm done. I'm glad we decided against that 4-hour marathon. That was a good move. I gave all I've got to give. I got nothing else for you people. But that was kind of perfect, right? Just the perfect amount. Perfect show. We'll see you guys next week. Damn perfect. Hey, Baldrick. Do we really think someone's gonna be named Baldrick? On the internet? Whatever. Hey, Baldrick, you should subscribe. We'll just cut all these up and maybe some of the names will match. Cool? Oh yeah, subscribe, Baldrick. Do it. What else are you doing? Collecting stones?